And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Spring training action on MLB The Show. It's the Los Angeles Angels taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers.
And now,
first pitch coming your way next.
Your Los Angeles Dodgers.
One down. And now Sunshine Strawberry.
Strawberry.
Well struck right field. That's down. One hops off the wall. So they get a runner aboard with a one-out single.
Yeah, great job right there. You squared up on that side.
The left fielder, number 3.
And next for LA, Josh Lowe. The 0-2. Runner takes off out towards right center field.
Hold up,
and that'll fall for a base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners after a one-out single.
Batting fourth, the right fielder.
You can't do much better than that on a pitch that far outside of the strike zone. Got him in a chase on the 2-strike count, but he wasn't fooled. He hit that ball really well.
Now batting Joe Adell.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
And that'll load the bases.
Oh, that sets up a really big at bat in this game. These are the moments when everyone in the stadium gets really locked in.
So now the DH spot, Pavin Smith. Out to short. Betts sends it to first, and the first run of the game comes across.
Batting 6, the first baseman, Nolan Shanuel.
One out man at first. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Mookie Betts.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
Shohei on the go. Strike in there. Throw.
He's in there.
Save.
He's
When your catcher's not a great thrower, you have to do a better job at controlling the running game. And that's throwing over, that's stepping off, doing whatever you can to try to keep that base stealer's rhythm off. Well, they weren't able to do it right there. They're going to have to make some type of adjustment, or players are going to be running all game.
Top half of the third inning. So in now for the Angels, Sunshine Strawberry.
Strawberry.
Glasnow back to work. Line drive to short and caught. One pitch and one out.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Freeman.
Man at second. Base hit into the outfield. He boots it. The run scores from second, and they lead by 2.
Comes through with the RBI. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Up next for the Angels, the catcher,
Strawberry went deep in her most recent game.
Strawberry.
In the air, left field. And there's 2 away.
Up next for the Angels, the left fielder.
We head to the bottom of the 5th. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Kyle Tucker. Johnson measures 6 feet 6 inches, 24 years old, and he was a 2nd-round pick in 2024. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. One down.
Up next for the Dodgers, the shortstop, Mookie Betts.
Angels making a move for a pinch hitter. Hunter Fiducia. Good opportunity for him, first and second with nobody out. Strawberry played okay, but not well enough to boost them to a win.
I think they expect her to make larger contributions than she did today. Nothing too bad, but nothing great either.
Welcome into Date Palm Field. Spring training action on MLB The Show. It's the Kansas City Royals and the Los Angeles Angels. First pitch coming your way next. So digging in, Sunshine Strawberry.
Sunshine Strawberry.
That's ripped into the outfield. Isbell makes the grab on the run. One pitch and one out.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time, as that was a hard hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
So bases all loaded up. Carter Jensen steps in for the Royals. This one in the air, center field. He's got it. Here comes the runner from third. The tag, and he's out at the plate. And that's a double play. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage.
Always exciting when there's a play at the plate and potential inning ender. Great throw by the outfielder, but awesome as well by the catcher. That's a nice play all around.
Runner at second here, one gone.
Angels, the catcher, number 33.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
This one in the air, center field. And there are two down.
The batter, number 9.
Man at first with one gone. Carter Jensen steps in for the Royals.
Jensen.
Payoff pitch. Swing and a pop up in foul ground. Two down.
Up next for the Royals, the third baseman, Michael. Up next for the Angels, the catcher, number 33, Sunshine Strawberry.
And that is out of play. Base hit, one run is in. Play at the plate, got it. Inning over, and it could have been worse. We played 4. It's the Royals 6 and the Angels 3. This is Angels baseball on the Show LA. So up now for Kansas City, Michael Garcia. 2 on, 2 outs. Swing and a pop-up. Strawberry in position. And that is that. Royals strand a pair, but they still lead at 6-3. So 2 down, and now the catcher comes up to hit. Sunshine Strawberry.
Sunshine Strawberry.
That one is absolutely belted. That's down. One hops off the wall. Rounds third, headed for the plate. And now they trail by 1.
Well, back within 1 as she brings home the run. First pitch fastball in a great spot to do some damage, and she squared it up nicely. And another big at bat coming up here. Looking for a way to get that tying run across with 2 outs.
So up next, Zach Neto.
Shortstop, Zach Neto.
Runner at second. In the dirt. Runner holds tight as the count moves to 2-2. The 2-2. Hard ground ball for a base stop. Here comes the runner. The throw home. She'll score. It's 6-6.
Huge game tying at bat right there. Came through in a big spot to drive in the run. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
1 down. Here's the center fielder, Kyle Isbell.
28, Kyle Isbell.
And he lays down a bunt. Gets it to first.
Got him. That's an out.
Got him as he tried to bunt his way aboard.
The right fielder, Gavin Cross.
Angels making a move for a pinch hitter. Oswaldo Cabrera looking to start something with 1 gone.
Cabrera.
Strawberry had a solid game for them, a real contributor.
Definitely a strong game at the plate, and it's safe to say she made a difference for them. Nice job to help lift them to the win.
And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Spring training action on MLB The Show. It's the Los Angeles Angels taking on the Seattle Mariners.
And now, please welcome your
first pitch coming your way next.
Mariners.
1 down. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Sunshine Strawberry. Lined into right. And there's 2 down.
Not fooled at all right there. She was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
Now the Mariners catcher, Cal Raleigh. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. 2 away now.
Batting third, the third baseman, Brendan.
On to the 4th. Here's the Angels catcher, Sunshine Strawberry.
Sunshine Strawberry.
And a liner around into right center for a base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
That a way to find that sweet spot right there.
Dominant performance for him today, Boog. Just 2 hits allowed so far. No runs across either. And he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced. So I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
Here's the left fielder, Josh Lowe. Payoff pitch. In the air on the infield, Donovan. He makes the grab, and there's one down.
Up next for the Angels, the right fielder, number 7, Joe Adell.
Now batting Joe Adell. Here's the pitch. Runner on the go. Hit weakly on the ground towards second. And that one finds its way through. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
Didn't exactly square that one up, but sometimes you don't have to. Just find a hole, right? That's the name of the game as a hitter, and obviously there are better ways to do it than a scribber through the infield, but sometimes you get lucky just putting it in play.
So in now for the Angels, Zach Neto. Payoff pitch. Ground ball right side. Dives, but it's off his glove. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Up next for the Angels.
No problem beating out the infield hit right there. Good hustle getting down the line.
Now it's the DH, Pavin Smith. Bases loaded, one away. Top half of inning number 4. In the dirt, kicks away from the catcher. Runners stay where they are. That's ball 1. Ball to strike. Up the middle. Lays out. Oh, it's off his glove. 1 run's in.
Up next for the Angels.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over.
The possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. Nobody out.
Sunshine. Strawberry.
Out towards right center. That's well struck. Carrying well. Can't reach it. This should score at least 1. 1 run's in. Now the second run is in. It's a 2-run double. It's 4-3.
Comes through to drive in a pair and give them the lead. Pretty much just a textbook double into the gap. And when you can drop one in there between the outfielders, you know you're making the turn at first. Just an excellent swing.
Runner in scoring position. No outs. Josh Lowe digs in now. Runner at second. In the air, left field. Gurriel moving back for this one. Brings it in. Runner tags at second.
Hold it right here.
Up next for the Angels, the right fielder, number 7.
Here's Joe Adell.
You have to stay disciplined in these at-bats. Try not to chase. A strikeout here is the last thing you want.
High fly ball lifted in the air right field. He's got it. Runner tags for home. Play at the plate. Not in time. She's safe. 5-3 now.
That play really shows how important it is to hit the cutoff man. Looked like he tried to throw through and get the runner at home, but it backfired, and it ended up costing them a run. I remember my rookie year overthrowing a cutoff man. Didn't last long before I was pulled aside by a veteran pitcher.
Strawberry had a sensational showing in the win.
I'll tell you, I was excited every time she came up. When a player is locked in like she was, it's a really special feeling. Great job in this one.
Welcome into Date Palm Field. Spring training action on MLB The Show. It's the Athletics and the Los Angeles Angels. First pitch coming your way next. And next is the designated hitter, Brent Rooker.
Brent Rooker.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. That's out number 2.
Batting third, the left fielder, Tyler Soderstrom.
Runner in scoring position. No outs. Sunshine Strawberry. The next to hit for the Angels. Drilled in the air out towards right center. He's got it. Runner tags and goes to third.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
So they're all loaded up. Tyler Soderstrom up next for the A's. Out to center. Brings it in. Runner tags from third. Puts the tag on him, and it's a double play. They don't come much closer than that. Bang, bang play to end the inning.
Always exciting when there's a play at the plate and potential inning ender. Great throw by the outfielder, but awesome as well by the catcher. That's a nice play all around.
Up next for the Angels, the catcher, number 33, Sunshine Strawberry.
Liner snagged at first. One pitch and one out.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. She hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
First and second, no outs. Lane Thomas digs in now. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Here comes the throw. Tag.
He's in
Not
there.
in time. Safe. And a 2-1 ball game now.
Well, he comes through clutch with the RBI single. That was big. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Man at first, one away.
For the Angels, the catcher, number 33.
Strawberry, a former Rookie of the Year, 22 years old. And she's won a Silver Slugger in the American League. That one is absolutely belted, carrying well. And that one is off the wall. Relay to second, and in there with a double off the wall.
Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
Here's the left fielder, Josh Lowe.
I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone here. Pitcher's looking for a strikeout or a ground ball, hoping to keep that runner at third.
2 on, 1 out. The pitch is upstairs, ball 4, and they're loaded.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Here's Joe Adele.
6-run lead doesn't feel all that big right now based on the situation.
Payoff pitch. That one misses, and that'll bring home a run.
He's really gotten himself into a mess out there and now forces home a run with the walk. This inning's definitely getting away from him.
Next is the designated hitter, Pavin Smith.
Smith.
In the dirt, nice job behind the plate. The Halos with a chance to get back into it. Last half of inning number 5. Line drive out towards left field. That's a base hit. One run across. Another comes in to score. Rounds third, headed for the plate. The relay, and he's out on the tag.
Well, he just ran through a stop sign right there. Third base coach had both hands up, trying to hold him at the base. He decided to go anyway, and he's out by a lot at the plate. I'm sure the third base coach and the manager are pretty frustrated right now.
Stepping in, Lawrence Butler.
The right fielder, number 4, Lawrence Butler.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. One away.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
So now a pinch hitter, Matthew Lugo. A runner at first for him, nobody out.
Lugo.
And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Spring training action on MLB The Show. It's the Los Angeles Angels taking on the Cleveland Guardians.
And now,
all right, we'll be back to get this one started after this.
Cleveland Guardians.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Sunshine Strawberry, the next to hit for the Angels. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Grisham is there, makes the catch.
Batting third, the left fielder, number 3, Josh Lowe. Up next for the Angels, the catcher, number 33, Sunshine Strawberry.
Rips that one to right. Takes it in for the out.
Not fooled at all right there. She was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
Two aboard, 2 outs.
Sunshine Strawberry.
Ripped to right. And that's the 3rd out. Halfway through this one, still no score. Runners at the corners here, 1 away. George Valera digs in for the Guardians. The Guardians with a chance to score first. Last half of inning number 5. That one lifted to left. Brings it in. Runner tagging from third. The tag, and he's out at the plate. And that's a double play. They don't come much closer than that. Bang, bang play to end the inning. Angels making a move for a pinch hitter. Alex Verdugo.
Oh, great spot. He's looking to come through with that go-ahead run on base.